On behalf of the World Thunder iRacing League, Daniel Passmore, BJ Duvall, and myself, Stephen McMillan, we want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV once again. Tonight, the Sunday evening, it is the final race of the 3 broadcast series. It is the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Yes, we are here once again in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The Wiliiams Grove Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. Jesse, these drivers are on the racetrack right now for one lap of qualifying. And well, it is that only one lap and one lap to determine who is going to go quick time tonight.
That's right, Brett. Yeah, one touch of the wall, one quick movement up too far, and that lap is invalidated, and you're starting from the back. So you got to be really precise on your one lap. You got to make it count. Be really clean, and get good track position to get up there and compete tonight in this sprint car race.
All right, Scott King on screen in the SKD number 118 machine. What lap can Scott King do? Colton Hardy, quick time with a 17.660. Waiting for a time to come through. Scott King with an 18.417. Nick King on the racetrack. He stopped the Swindell Speed Lab number 1, the 52, the K1 race gear number 1, James Edens. Hayden Caldwell, quick time 17.649. The Ed Brown truck 49 machine of Jeffrey Herrick on screen, the 49H. We'll see what lap time Jeffrey can do. We'll see him in a 360 at the dirt track at Charlotte in a few hours' time. But qualifying done and dusted, and well, it is done. Hayden Caldwell goes to P1.
Yep. 4 drivers under that 0.6 mark.
All right, here we go. Top 20 on the left-hand side of your screen. That is about to disappear as we get set for the first of 5 heat races on the program here from the virtual Wiliiams Grove Speedway. Yes, we've been here a number of times tonight. Third, make that 4th time we've been here tonight. I've been here 3. Jesse, this is your 4th one for the night, but let's go through our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1 of 5. 10 laps on the board. Top 3 are going to go through to the main event. Starting on pole, it's going to be Hayden Caldwell. To his outside, Peyton Grease going to line up out of position number 2. Position 3 will be Tim Smith, and Kevin Hanley going to line up out of position number 4. Richie Preston will start position number 5. Nathan Krapajeski will start position number 6. David Harleman will start position 7. Tyler Ducharme out of position number 8. Travis Oldfield out of position 9. And Russell Berry lining up in the 10th and final position. Some heavy hitters in this one, especially the likes of Harleman and Ducharme coming from the 4th row. I'll tell you what, once Caldwell gets to the race lead, I don't think he's going to be headed. I don't think he's going to get any sort of chance at being caught in this one unless he makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this whole track today has shown that mistakes breed mistakes, and consistency is key. So it's going to be up to the drivers to keep their car out of the wall and keep their car pointed the right direction, keep it under control. As this track starts slicking in, it's going to get really hard to keep that car pointed the right way and keep it out of the others.
All right. Well, once again, a big hello to everybody out there in the Facebook and, of course, YouTube feeds as well. We appreciate the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The first time that we've seen the DirtFan.com since we've reached our 10K followers. It's Slick Sim Sports, the number 7 machine of Hayden Caldwell. He will lead this field to the green flag this time by for turn number 4. The iRacing.com post track, well, it's led its fair share of number of laps in pros, supers. Well, let's see what the sprint car guys can do. Let's see if the sprint car guys can turn it on and put on a show for the fans here at the Virtual Grove. Look, don't worry about this social distancing, mate. We have got the grandstands packed.
Yes, those virtual grandstands packed with fans tonight as we get ready to go green flag racing here. Hayden Cardwell and Peyton Grease on the front line. I'm getting ready to go on the loud pedal green flag racing at Williams Grove Raceway. Peyton Grease and Timothy Smith fighting 2 wide going in turn 1 over that P2 spot. Couple of other guys filtering back. Go 3 wide towards the back of the pack as they go into turns 3 and 4. Hayden Cardwell got a good gap on P2 there.
Yeah, watching David Hartman come through in the Wicked Energy Gum number 49 machine. I saw him in the World E-Series Sprint Cars last night, and in a space of about, 15, 16 hours ago. He was one of the hard chargers, come from position 23, and he ended up getting a podium before 10 at Charlotte. So continuing on his good form, Grease all sorts of crossed up out of turn number 4 there in the 55 machine. Now here goes Harleman down low, down into turn number 1 and 2. Hanley on the outside. Grease, well, he's about to get chewed up and spat out because, well, Harleman to the inside, Hanley to the outside, 3 wide. Hanley with a good run. Harleman, and look who's coming now, the 25, the JDR Graphics. Tyler Duchamp finished 3rd in the Super Late Model National Series. He's up to P5 and looking for a potential transfer spot, but Peyton Grease back to the inside on David Harleman.
Yeah, Grease getting a little caught up there coming out of turn 4. Was able to collect it up 3 transfer spots going out of this heat tonight, so he's still safe in that 3rd spot if he's able to defend it off, and he is not, as Heilman moves up into 3rd spot and Grease moves back to P4. He's going to try to take it back to Heilman here on the low line, and they go 2 wide into turn 1. Heilman going low, trying to pull a slider move. Let's see if he'll be able to make it stick.
Nope, not going to happen. Harleman back to position 4. Grease gets away from him now. Duchamp nearly gets into the back of Harleman. Here comes Richie Preston as well.
Yeah, a couple of cars getting up into the wall there out of the front straightaway. Heilman holding strong in that 4th spot, trying to take it to Grease. Grease holding on to that transfer spot as tight as he can. The 3 cars fighting over that spot there as they go 2 wide. And Heilman takes that spot away. Grease filtering back to P5 as Hanley now takes it to P4. As Hanley in P4, Heilman in P3. Heilman now up in that last transfer spot.
Oh, Duchamp got into the back of Hanley, and Hanley in the space of 1 lap. He got hit multiple times there. I'll tell you what, how about Hayden Cardwell? Out by 2.8 seconds over Peyton Grease, who sits in 2nd. It took a while for Peyton Grease to really start to get into a rhythm, but the white flag is out. Hayden Cardwell leads by nearly an entire straightaway. Look at him roll the top into 1. He'll cut it down to the mid-track on the exit of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Heat race number 1. Hayden Cardwell down low, plays it safe off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. There he is. Hayden Cardwell gets the win. 2nd, David Harleman just gets there. Oh boy, what a finish. Harleman, 3/1000th of a second over Peyton Grease. Hanley, Duchamp, 4th and 5th. Preston, Oldfield, Kropajeski, Smith, Berry, the top 10. What about the pass there from Harleman to get a run on the outside? But I told you, Jesse, Hayden Cardwell starting on pole. There was no one going to catch him.
Yeah, he was gone, and he needed that gap there at the end. That car turned sideways out of turn 4. He wasn't really expecting that, and that gap really paid off because he was able to check up and not have to worry about getting overtaken for the lead.
All right, heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid and how they line up for 10 cars for 10 laps.
All right, in P1, Colton Hardy in the number 3 car and Brandon Steele in the number 5 car in P2. Row 2 is going to be James Grace in the 269 car and Trevor Royer in the 90 car in P4. Position 5 will be Jordan Moses in the 242 car and Nicholas Brooks in the 24 car. The next row back will be Dakota Dillon in the 39 car and Cole Cabre in the 71 car in P8. P9 and P10 will be Jeffrey Herrick and Landon Miller in the 14 and the 45 cars.
All right, there we go. Heat race number 2. Cars on the racetrack right now behind the iRacing.com pace truck. It will be a 1 to green signal this time bypass the start finish. And as you see, virtually the grandstands are jam-packed here The DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Colton Hardy going to be tough to beat in this one. Brandon Steele looking to take that away from him. Keep an eye on the likes of Trevor Royer on the outside of the second row. The Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 machine. And also keep an eye on the 71, the Swindell Speed Lab entry, Cole Cabray. He's going to look to move into the top 3 here in this one, but he's going to get past 5 cars in 10 laps. Well, that's an average of one car every 2 laps. It can be done. Let's go. Heat number 2, Jesse.
Yep, Colton Hardy leading them to the green flag here as they get on the loud pedal racing at Williams Grove Raceway. Jordan Moses fighting it back with Trevor Royer there for the second spot as they trade back and forth through turns 1 and 2. We got Trevor Royer moving up into P4, Jordan Moses moving down to P5, and Brandon Steele securing that second spot, starting to pull away. And guys trading back and forth like crazy out here in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, Cabray, you're seeing the yellow and black number 71 machine had to get on the binders there, right in the center of turns 1 and 2. He'll now get to the inside on Jordan Moses through turns 3 and 4. 3 deep and selling it cheap off for turn number 4. Royer on the outside, Moses through the middle. The slide job goes from Brandon Steele on James Grace. That's for second and third, but the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th right now is right on. Heading down into turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, James Grace coming up and taking it up here in the podium spots. Looks like Trevor Royer is going to be able to overtake him on the low line there, and they're going to be matched up here for a couple of laps as they try to sort themselves out. One person on the upper line, one person on the lower line. Let's see who can pull more momentum out as it looks like James Grace is going to get a run out and hit the outside wall. That'll slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, Cole Cabray also hit the outside wall and nearly came up and over the outside barrier, the guardrail in turns 1 and 2 on the previous lap. Very lucky to be still on the racetrack. In fact, I believe he's pulled that car back to pit road. Trevor Royer with a run. Oh, man, a run like you wouldn't believe. Now slide job Royer goes from the bottom to the top and then from the top to the bottom. But where will he go? Down into turn number 3 and 4. He goes low. Steele up on the inside. Royer forced to go to the outside guardrail up on the cushion. Steele is going to take that line away. Now here comes James Grace. Royer working the cushion through turn number 1 and 2 around the outside. Contact. Royer. He somehow saved it once again. What a great save by the Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 machine.
Yeah, 90 out there just getting bullied by those guys. Everybody trying to move up in position, and unfortunately, he just got the raw end of the deal twice there. I mean, that was just painful to watch for me.
Yeah, the short back and sides from everybody around Royer. But again, you make your own luck in this one. Sometimes you just got nowhere to go as well. But right now, 2 to run for your race leader. Colton Hardy out by 2.3 seconds. The battle is on for second and third. James Grace, he's going to move into second spot now as he made the pass on the front straightaway. We'll go into turn number 3 and 4. Brandon Steele trying to work it back down low. Royer again trying to keep it pinned on the bottom side of the racetrack. White flag goes out this time by for Colton Hardy.
Yeah, it looks like Royer's machine's still working for him. I mean, he's not done out of this race yet. He got knocked around, but he's still taking it to him as Colton Hardy comes around turns 3 and 4, getting ready to take the checkered flag here. Williams Grove race.
Hardy gets the win ahead of James Grace in second. Brandon Steele will come home in position 3. Those 3 drivers getting into the main event. Trevor Royer home in 4th. Jordan Moses, Nicholas Brooks, Dakota Dillon, Cole Cabray, Jeffrey Herrick, and Landon Miller to round out the 10 cars. Chris, thank you for the 25 stars. Appreciate it. That is heat number 2 complete. And we've still got 3 more heat races to come, plus a couple of B-mains, and then a 13-lap A main event. Let's take a look. Heat race number 3 at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Austin Simmelman, car number 18, going to start on pole. Heat race number 3. To his outside, the Swindell Speed Lab driver, Adam Elby, going to start position number 2. Mike Keegan in car number 92 will start position 3. Alex Studing lining up out of position number 4. Position 5, it's DB3, Dave Barrow III, going to start position number 5. Mr. Piles, Ronald Piles will start position number 6. Nathan Hall lines up out of position 7. Devin Butts out of position number 8. Position 9, it's going to be Josh Flood and Isaac Kimmerer. will start out of position number 10. Tell you what, this front row, how about the top 3 drivers have all got World Championship Pro licenses in the sprint cars?
Yeah, this is quite a stacked heat here. It'll be interesting to watch and see how these drivers negotiate with each other on these first couple of laps. It's going to be really tight, and there's a lot of talent on the track, but there's limited real estate to occupy. So we'll see what happens.
All right, so we see the pace truck coming in to turn number 3 behind, in front of the field behind the iRacing.com pace truck, just in front of the turn 3 Beer Hill Games. Surprised they're still going. Surprised they're still standing after what we've seen a 5 or 6 hour show so far. We've seen the B series for the super late models. We've also seen the Pro late model series, a fixed setup. Then we had the super late model national series, and then now the 410 wing sprint cars. What better way to finish off a night than come 410 wing sprint car race? Now I know you're a late model guy, but these 410s, surely they've got to get your motor running.
I mean, it's interesting to me how much they pin to the track. Like the heavy body cars are my specialty, my forte. So these cars are a little bit of a departure from my knowledge base, but I really do enjoy watching them, scream around this track. And I've got a background in audio, so the good sounding cars are always close to my heart.
All right, here we go. Keep an eye on the guy inside row 3. They call him DB3, Dave Pyro. Green flag is out. We're underway. Heat number 3. Elby trying to get a run through turn number 1 and 2, but he's going to fall a couple of car lengths back, make the 3 car lengths back to Austin Simmelman, who rides down low through turn number 3 and 4. Well, look out, Ronald Piles around in turns 4 right now. We stay green. Mike Keegan now getting pressure from Studinger in the 54. Then you go back to Dave Byra, the 3rd. Back there in position 5 again. You need to be inside the top 3 to go through to the main event. Otherwise, you're not going to pack it up, but you'll get set for a 1 of 2 B mains.
Yeah, Keegan and Studing are flirting with that outside wall on the exit of turn 4. It's kind of a game of chicken between the two of them, seeing which one can come out with the most momentum, because whoever gets closer to that wall is going to get more momentum. So both of them kind of bumping and banging up against that wall, trying to see who can edge out a little bit more speed. Looks like Keegan's got a bit of a gap running now as Simmelman goes down to the bottom line and actually giving up a little bit of time to Elby, and we've got to fight for the lead here. Elby going on the outside line of turns 3 and 4, coming back to the front straightaway.
Well, it's about to be a 3-car battle for the race lead. Top 3 all running different lines. It was Simmelman down low. Elby was through the middle, and Mike Keegan has got the team set. Orange and white X number 92 machine wound up on the top side, and you go back 3 laps ago, Simmelman was comfortable out in front. It was just the one little mistake. Elby upstairs on the exit of turn number 4. Keegan going to move into 2nd spot. It was a tight sector as they come across the start-finish line. Halfway home, 5 down, 5 to run. Simmelman back to position 2, and now coming back after the race leader, Adam Elby, into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, these cars just running in formation. These guys showing that they are experienced. They're pros out there. They've got their black licenses, and they're showing it right now. Like, all the talent in the world running 3 wide through this Wiliiams Grove, of course, like tight as can be, just peas in a pod coming through turns 3 and 4. I mean, I think these guys are just flexing right now. They're showing off for the camera.
Wow, Elby just got an absolute monumental run through turns 3 and 4. I think he's just figured out the line. Meanwhile, Keegan not shying away from the top side of the racetrack. Keegan upstairs. Here comes Elby now. Trying to cut it down to the middle of the racetrack. Simmelman moved up a little bit, and Elby had to take some evasive action. Now here goes Keegan. They all fall into line. Single file down into turn number 1 and 2. The top 3 have just checked out. They are G-O-N-E gone in this one. It's Adam Elby. Here goes Simmelman back downstairs. Elby going to cut it back through the middle there on the exit of turn number 4. They'll come to the start-finish line. The white flag is out. Final time. Heat race number 3, and Adam Elby has got a good run, good lead now. 3-car length advantage over Mike Keegan, the Team City driver. Elby downstairs, slide job, no, Simmel went to put the slider on, and Keegan's got a run on the outside. Mike Keegan, talk about stealing one at the end of the line. Oh boy, Mike Keegan gets it by a 10th over Adam Elby. And Austin Simmelman going to come home 3rd. DB3, Dave Byra the 3rd, going to come home 4th. Josh Flood Roller Piles, Kimra, Hall, Studinger, and Butts. The top 10. How about that one for a heat race?
Bravo. Bravo, Keegan. Bravo. That was a great performance. What a turn 3 and 4.
Well, that's going to get you excited for the racetrack because that heat number 3, that just goes to show you right now that 3 drivers were able to utilize 3 different lines on the racetrack. But I honestly thought that Elby had the line figured out going into turn 3. Once he got close towards the exit of turn 4, or just not so much in the middle, but in the middle between the middle and the exit of turn 4, he was cutting it down to the middle. He got the race lead that way, so very surprised to see that he went away from that one. Heat number 4 coming up next. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. Got some issues with the game here, so we're going to take a quick break and come back with Heat 4.
All right, and we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. This is Jesse Pate. I'll be covering the action live in your ears until Brett can get our stream back up and running and get some images back to you guys. So right now we are in, what is this, Heat 4. 3 transfer spots up for grabs. James Eden in the number 1 car is just now taking us to green. A little bit of confusion on track. I don't know if it, yep, here we go. Green flag racing. James Eden in the, yep, they're going to throw yellow. My live timing is getting updated here. So I'll read off the standings here. James Eden in the 1 car is starting P1 for this yellow restart. Kyle Sosnowski. Yeah, Kyle Sosnowski in the 7 car is a P2. Jarrett Bolyard in the 97 is starting P3 for this restart. Chris Fisher in the 29 car in P4. Brian Cross in the 78 is in P5. Stefan Kalivoda? Yeah. Kalivoda. Stefan Kalivoda in the 44 car. Stephen Kalivoda. I'm so sorry, Stephen. In the 44 car, starting P6. P7, Scott King in the 26 car. And P8 is Alan Gates in the 41. And then Cobe Stidham in the 42 car did not grid for this heat race. Here at Wiliiams Grove, we are still under caution. I think the lights on the pace car are out. From my view, I don't actually have a great view of the lights, but we're going to hang out here on bird's eye view just so I can get a good, clear view of what's going on in the race. Right now, race control's just getting the guys bunched up. They had a little bit of confusion on the restart, or on the initial start of the heat race, so just get rolling here. Pace car going to stay out one more lap. Now, do we have images? Good, good. Yep, still under yellow here. All right. I hear race control telling them that they're about to go green.
All right, we're back. Apologies about that one. We're about to send these drivers once again. Green flag about to come out here at the Wiliiams Grove Speedway. as we are green. Once again here in heat race number 4, I believe this is.
Yes, this is heat race number 4. We got James Edens in the first spot. They've been running top 3, looks like still running in their starting.
Yeah, so it's Eden Sosnowski cross your top 3. Then you go back, take a look at Calavoda trying to make something happen with Chris Fisher and Jared Bolyard. Bolyard in the outside of the 97. That's not a bad looking paint scheme, the black, white, and got some parts of a lime green on that machine. But tell you what, Edens, well, he loves to run the bottom side in the 410 wing sprint cars. He's probably the real catfish, yeah. And he's doing a nice job out in front. It'll be 6 down, it'll be 7 down this time by.
Yeah, actually running the midline right now, so maybe he's playing around with some different lines. He's got a gap to play with, so if he wants to gather some data on the track, he can do that. Sosnowski hanging tight in P2, but Cross getting run on by Bolyard here. He might be able to pull something out and get a transfer spot for him.
Yeah, Cross on the mobile 1, number 78 machine, holding down the third and final transfer position. Bolyard now trying every which way possible to try and get around the number 78 machine. Now these guys, I can tell you right now, they'll be on Discord together and they'll be having a great laugh about this one because they know that, well, they know a transfer spot is up for grabs at the moment. And Bolyard all over the back of Cross through turn number 3 and 4. Cross, he's going to shut the door on him. Oh, definitely, I reckon, mirror driving that one.
Yeah, these guys going back and forth. One of them's going to get the transfer, one of them's not, and we're about to find out as they come through turns 3 and 4, headed to the checkered flag of the start-finish.
Yeah, checkered flag is out. Edens gets the win. Second, you got a Kyle Sosnowski. Brian Cross going to come home third, just ahead of Jarrett Bolyard. Chris Fisher in 5th. Scott King, Alan Gates, Stephen Calavoda in 7th, and Kobe Stidham to round out the 9 cars. Do apologise about not getting the starting grid up on that one and missing the first couple of laps. Turns out iRacing likes to freeze every now and then, and that's exactly what it did to me, but we've still got over half the heat race in, so again, apologies for that one, but let's go.
No worries, you just missed a false start, that was it.
Yeah, see, I knew I didn't miss anything for a reason. Let's take a look at heat race number 5, the 5th and final heat race of the night. Rusty Krieger going to start on pole for Swindell Speed Lab. He starts position number 1. The newest member to the Black Diamond Motorsports stable, Mason Hannigan, the Little Hurricane, will start position number 2. David Halou will start position number 3. Joey Ancona will line up at a position number 4. Anthony Lopresto going to start position 5. Tyler Matheny will start position number 6. Mark Jessup in the Jessup's Logistics number 43 will start position 7. It's a Holy Schmidt. Trey Schmidt will start position number 8. Then you go back to Nick King at a position number 7. Ancona and Jessup, they did not grid, so this will be a 7-car field in tonight's 5th and final heat race of the night. Keep an eye on Trey Schmidt. He had a pro license. He contested the iRacing USAC World Championships in the non-wings last year and last season, so he had a run of that, had a couple of good results. We'll see what he can do with the wing on top, but Rusty Kruger, Mason Hannigan, I think they're going to be the class of the field in this one.
All right, very well. These guys rolling around turn 4, so we'll find out which ones can get around Williams Grove the fastest.
All right, this is heat number 5 here at the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series, live tonight from the virtual Wiliiams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. In a couple of hours' time, in about an hour and a half's time, about 90 minutes' time from now, we've got one more broadcast to do. And we'll travel to North Carolina at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte for another round of the Wings Only Racing League. It'll be 360s at Charlotte. Again, that server opens up in about 1 hour's time. So plenty of time to get the racing in here. And plenty of time to go through and find out which driver will park on the front straight. I can guarantee it's not going to be Lance DeWeese here tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime here at the Grove.
Yep, Rusty Kruger bringing them to the green flag as they get on the loud pedal. 1 car up into the wall as they get started here going into turn 1. 2 by 2. Rusty Kruger being able to hold on to that first spot. Mason Hannigan in the second spot and David Hollett in the third spot as they come into turns 3 and 4 back to the start-finish straight for the first time.
Yeah, tell you what, Hannigan getting a good run there through turn number 1 and 2. Now he'll dive it down low. He'll jam on the brakes and try and keep it locked down on the bottom side. Looking for the race lead up for turn number 2. It's still Rusty Kruger out in front. Hannigan upstairs. Kruger goes upstairs as well. He figures if he takes the line away from Hannigan, Hannigan has to find another way around him. But this time he'll pick to the inside. Slide job into turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, it doesn't work when you make him go the long way around if you don't keep your car straight. So he got a little wiggle there coming in, and he's bringing it back to him. And Rusty Kruger looks like he might be able to pull that. Nope, he doesn't have that bottom line on him. And Kruger is going to be able to hang on to that P2 spot, but Hannigan's going to hold on to that first spot.
Yeah, Hannigan looking to drive away in the Black Diamond Motorsports 1X machine. Then you go back and take a look at Trey Schmidt. Started deep in the field. Started position number 8. Right now, 3/4 away upstairs. He'll go through the middle on the exit of turn number 4. Down low down the straightaway. Trying to find some grip on the rear tyres of that number 22 machine. So Trey Schmidt holds on to position 3. Hallett, Lepresto, King, and Matheny. But back up front, it is Mason Hannigan. He's just tearing through the laps here at the Williams Grove Speedway. 5 down, 5 to run. He is all over the shop now in the front straightaway.
Yeah, I bet you he's dodging some nasty bumps there on the front straightaway. I mean, that track is really tracked in up there by the wall, and I mean he's doing it on the backstretch too. I just watched him. Yeah, he's dodging some bumps just so he can keep his car stable.
Yeah, well, he's now put himself over 1 second clear of Rusty Kruger, who continues to ride into position number 2 as the sun's starting to come down here over the back of the front stretch here. In turn, or at the Williams Grove Speedway, I was about to say it's in turn 3 and 4, but it is at the behind us, behind the grandstands. Tell you what, Hannigan, he's just gone right now. There's nothing. Rusty Kruger's got nothing for him at the moment.
Yeah, I think it took Rusty a second to figure out that he needs to be dodging those bumps too in order to just keep pace with Hannigan. Hannigan getting up in the wall a little bit there, so a lot of mistakes coming into play here. This is going to be a game of mistakes, and whoever can keep them to a minimum is going to come out.
On board right now with the Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras with the Black Diamond Motorsports driver. Look at him get right up near the outside guardrail there and cutting it right down low on the straightaway. The white flag is out. One more lap around Williams Grove Speedway for Mason Hannigan. Is he out of fuel? He's out of fuel. He's cut it short by a lap. No, he's cut it short by a lap. Oh boy, what a mistake to make.
Yeah, Trey Schmidt, I think he started
8th. Trey Schmidt wins. Wow. Wow. Trey Schmidt.
Oh dear.
How about Hannigan? Man, is there egg on the face of the 1X machine? I'll tell you what, he's about to cop it right now in the group chat for Black Diamond.
Look at all the Fs.
Yeah.
The Fs in the iRacing lobby chat.
I can only imagine.
My gosh, oh, what a mess there. Looks like we're coming to our first of our 2 B mains tonight. So I guess we're ready for our starting grid. All right. So, all right, starting P1, it's Kevin Hanley in the 110 car. P2 will be Dave Biro in the 20 car. On the second row, we've got David Hollott in the 18 car and Jordan Moses in the 242 car in P4. Position 5 will be Chris Fisher in the 29 car, and position 6 is Richie Preston in the 34 car. Ronald Piles in the 68 car in P7, and Mason Hannigan in P8 in the 33 car. Dakota Dillon in the 39 car in P9, and P10 is Alan Gates in the 41. P11 will be Nathan Kropajeski in the 420 car. And in P12, we have Nathan Hall in the 28 car. P13, we have Joey and Kona in the 88 car, and P14 we have Jeffrey Herrick in the 14 car, P15 Cobe Stidham in the 42 car, and P16 rounding out the field Russell Berry in the 084 car. All right, pace car leading the field around, coming down the front straightaway. Getting ready to go green here at Williams Grove for our first of two B mains. We've got 4 transfer spots up for grabs, 12 laps to run.
All right, I'm back. Wow, he's just copped an absolute hammering. Jonathan, thank you for the 50 stars. Appreciate it. I think you might have. I can tell you now, he'd actually thought it was 8-lap heat race. Anyhow, Kevin Hanley, Dave Barrow, DB3 in the GoPro number 20 machine. What can he do? B-main at number 1, Kevin Hanley will lead us to the drop of the green flag. 12 laps on the board. And the top 4 going to make it through to the main event. But keep an eye on Hannigan. Oh, look out, there's Moses and Byro coming together. Hannigan now moves up to position 4. Mason, just to let you know, it's 12 laps the distance, not 11 or 10.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kevin Hanley started out strong. Oh, we got cars around. Oh, big mess going into turn 1 here.
Yeah, I think we're about to see the yellow flag about to be thrown, but there it is, just on cue. And how about... Jeffrey Herrick's back on pit road. David Hallett in the race lead. Kevin Hanley in second. Mason Hannigan third. Man, yeah, he's. I think
he's hard charging.
They called him Mark Martin, apparently. I'm assuming Mark.
Poor
Martin
guy.
did something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to redeem himself right now. I mean, this next couple of laps are just so critical for his self-esteem.
The only way that he's going to get credibility back is if he comes from the back and wins this thing tonight.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you go fast enough in the sprint car, I think you can get all the air off of his face.
You got to open up that visor though while you're rolling around under yellow. He's got an opportunity to do that right now. So we're still 2 laps away from green flag action. So we'll have 7 laps still left to run in this one. And somebody, please enlighten me now. I don't get the Mark Martin reference. Obviously the Americans do. So someone, do you know the reference that they're talking about?
No, that one escapes me. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out real quick before we go green.
All right, Jonathan, I know you know. Let's go, Jonathan. I want you to type it in chat. I want you to let us know what the Mark Martin reference is. Because, look, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend I know. I got no idea. I'm like a deer with no eyes. Oh, there you go. Okay, yep. Nice and simple.
A 1994 Goodies 250 from Bristol.
That race might have happened before Mason was even born.
The race was finished under caution, and Mark Martin was leading David Green as they took the caution and white flag at the same time. Mark thinks the race is over and drives off the track down to the garage towards victory lane.
Yeah, right. Talk about having egg on your face on that one. All right, here we go. 5 down, 7 to go. Pace track is in. We're getting set to resume B main action here. B main number 1, Halut. Well, hello and... what are we going with that name?
Hello. I think that was hello last week. It seems like...
Hallett.
Hallett?
Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe the O
Not
is...
sure the etymology there. We need to find out the etymology and then we can figure it out.
Maybe the O is silent. Anyhow, what's not silent is Mason Hannigan rolling through the field. He's up to position number 2, but Kevin Hanley works back to his outside. Hanley now looking for the race lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Hallett down low, Hannigan down low, Hanley upstairs, and Preston was through the middle.
Yeah, Preston looking hungry there in that 4th spot. He's waiting for somebody to make a mistake. He knows these guys are running hard for those top 3 spots. Oh, well, he's in the transfer spot as well, so he's probably actually sitting pretty comfortable, and there's a big gap between him and the rest of the field. So 4 transfer spots really comfortable right now in this B.
Yeah, the four cars on screen at the moment. Look at Hannigan. Look at the run that he gets through turn number 3 and 4. He's got that right rear on the cushion and just literally eating up the cushion. He now moves clear, well and truly clear as they go 3 wide for second, third and fourth. Oh boy, Hallett, Preston and Hanley 3 wide. Boys, you've got a transfer spot. Oh, it is on right now. Look at Preston rolling right through the middle. Preston looking to go from fourth to second. He gets the daily double now into turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, these guys need spotters in there, just telling them to chill out, to hold on. Just hold what you got, guys. You don't need to be fighting that hard for these transfer spots. You got them right now. I mean, there's half a second more gap between, like a second and a half gap between P4 and P5, right? Like, that's
1.9.
Yeah, geez, almost 2-second gap. Yeah, these guys are safe. They're racing hard anyway. I mean, that's just competition. That's competitive nature of these drivers.
And it certainly is. Hanley now up to P3. There goes Hannigan, just on the bottom of your screen. In the space of about 4 laps, 3 to 4 laps, he has opened up a 2.3 second advantage over Richie Preston. But again, Preston was 3 wide with Hanley and Hallett. Into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Look at him dig upstairs. He'll cut down low on the exit of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. He gets the win. That time he's not going to be robbed of a victory. He gets the win in tonight's B main. Richie Preston home in second. Third, Kevin Hanley, David Hallett in fourth. Everybody else, pack it up, go home.
Yeah, I mean, good on Mason for being able to pull that one out, but, don't applaud a fish for swimming. He's just doing it the right way this time. He's got a long way to redemption from that one.
He's got a it's going to have to be the drive of the absolute century if he's going to pick up a main event win here. He's got the talent to do so, but again, it's trying to get through this field. This field is already stacked as it is that have locked into the main event, and we've still got a few more drivers to lock in. In fact, it's going to be 4 more drivers to lock in here on the outside row. So starting in position number 1 for Black Diamond Motorsports, Cut 90 of Trevor Royer will start position 1. Position 2 going to be the 97 of Jarrett Bolyard. Position 3 going to be Tyler Ducharme. Position 4, Josh Flood.
Position 5, we have Tyler Matheny in the 27 car. Position 6, we have Nicholas Books in the 24 car. Position 7 is Scott King in the 26 car. Position 8 is Travis Oldfield in 38, who did not grid. Position 9 is Isaac Kimmerer in the 31 car. Position 10, Nick King in the 37 car. Position 11, Cole Cabre in the 71 car. Position 12, Stephen Kalivada in the 44 car. Position 13, Timothy Smith in the 25. Position 14, Alex Stoudinger in the 54. And then the last 3 who did not grid would be Mark Jessup, Bladen Miller, and Devin Butts in the 43, 45, and 47 cars.
Oh, all right. B main number 2. Final 4 positions up for grabs in tonight's A main starting positions. So Royer starts on pole. Keep an eye on Ducharme out of position 3. Keep an eye on Cole Cabre out of position 11. Keep an eye on Scott King, position 7. And Josh Flood out of position number 4 as well. Don't forget, maybe keep an eye on Jarrett Bolyard in the 97 on the outside of the front row. Jesse, I'll tell you what, you've done a lot of work tonight. I'll let you keep going. I'll let you lead this one.
All right, Trevor Royer getting ready to go on the loud pedal, leading them around a little bit faster than most. Coming out of turn 4, the field's spinning up, and 4 wide at the back of the field as they collect up and get into each other, flipping around. Maybe we're going to see a caution coming out on the first lap here.
Jarrett Bolyard went up and over the guardrail now. We're going to get a look at this.
They're still collecting each other down on the backstretch.
Yeah, we're going to get a good look at this one here because he went into turn 1 and 2. He was just hammered down. Ready? What's the replay of the 97 machine? It's like he just wanted to hold it flat chat on the top side of the racetrack. Drove into the wall, upside down. He actually flipped that hard. It actually reset his car back to pit road.
Yeah, I mean, no patience from the back row there, starting out on the first lap of this B main. I mean, 4 wide and a turn 1 from the back 2 rows. That's a little extreme.
Ready? Here's a slow-mo replay. And I'll tell you what better way to get an onboard shot of this one, thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports, and all of a sudden you just see it just He went that hard, that high, and that fast very quickly. It shot him back to the pit road.
Just like respawned him. The engine couldn't take it how far away from the track he actually got.
He actually flipped over the water truck. He went that hard. And to flip over the water truck, that's not a bad effort. There was no catch fence to save him on that one. Takes a hard.
Oh, there's a house over there. That's probably why iRacing despawned him.
There's a good chance that that car would have flipped all the way over to the house.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a barn too. You need to protect that stuff. That's property damage.
Alright, can we get Jimmy the security guard, please? Jimmy the security guard down to the pit area. Jimmy the security guard down to the pit area.
I don't know. Did our pace truck driver get into the beer again?
No, not sure. Just Jonathan needs security. Jimmy the security guard. Now, I was told on the over towards turn 2 that there used to be an old I don't know, was it roller coaster or Ferris wheel or something like a carnival. I'm not sure whether iRacing has got that in there or not. Well,
I'm not sure.
Look,
my drone
can
shot.
confirm. Yeah, can confirm that Jared Bolliard has walked away from the nasty crash. Jared, nice to see you're A-OK and that you've taken a virtual trip to the Medicare cab or the ambulance as the green flag is going to fly. 4 down and 8 to run as Tyler Ducharme rolls the bottom side. Trevor Roy are going to work upstairs into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straight away. They'll flip the finger off to the turn 3 Beer Hill gang if they're not from the PA posse, as the posse looking to, well, look to defend their territory here tonight.
Yeah, Ducharme and Roy are going tandem through turn 1 and 2. Looks like Royer's able to pull out on that high line, getting a little bit more momentum than Tyler Ducharme. But Ducharme is pulling on him in the mid corner, so we're going to keep an eye on that fight for P1 and see which line comes in towards the end of this B main.
Well, who knows what line is going to come in later on in tonight's 30 lap A main event as Tyler Ducharme has just bested Trev Royer. Royer continuing to put the right rear on the cushion and just try and bang the boards all the way around this half mile. Up on the guardrail is Royer, down on the inside guardrail. So guardrail to guardrail, too wide right now between Tyler Ducharme and Trevor Royer. Royer once again trying to get the run down into turn number 3 and 4. I think he's a little bit better through 3 and 4 right now. Right there, just as he gets on the cushion, he gets a run on Ducharme. I think Ducharme just a little better through 1 and 2.
Yeah, Ducharme and Roy are just putting a massive gap, though, on the rest of the field. Nicholas Books in P3 back 4 seconds now. Just a huge gap. Ducharme and Roy are fighting it out up here in the front 2 spots and just leaving the rest of the field behind.
Yeah, it's a good battle up front right now between Ducharme and Royer. There's nothing else that you'd love to see than cars going side by side, and especially for the race lead, albeit this is a B main. And well, this is for positions, what would be on the outside row. It'll be positions probably 22 and 20. In fact, it might even be 22 and 20. I don't think it'll be that far back. It'll be a little bit higher, actually. 17, 19 it'll be. In fact, oh, Royer into the wall. Trying to do math on the race, on the fly. Never good. 1 to go, Jesse.
Yeah, Ducharme getting up into the back of Royer there, but giving him space as they both collect up and get back to racing. Ducharme still hugging that inside line. It looks like Royer is going to be able to hold on to his front spot as that inside line's tracking in a little bit faster than that outside line. Nope, Ducharme is throwing it up the inside. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? No. Royer in P1 across the line for the checkered flag. Ducharme in P2. And as the rest of the field comes around, we'll see who finishes P3. It will be Scott King and Nicholas Brooks in P4. Timothy Smith in P5, Alex Staudinger in P6, Tyler Manthe and Mathney, and yep, and it's gone.
All right, tell you what, Jared Boyd just saying that his late model somewhere on the outside of turn 3. He was that late model. He was that pro late model that went flipping wildly in turns 3 and 4. Remember that one?
Oh gosh, yeah, I saw.
He's at a shocking.
A lot of undersides of late models tonight.
All right, let's take a quick break here on Ultimate Earth. We'll play a couple of things, and we'll come back. First of all, the American National Anthem.
so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
On behalf of the World Thunder iRacing League, Daniel Passmore, BJ Duvall, and myself, Stephen McMillan, we want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. The little 3-minute warm-up session is complete. These drivers have had one final opportunity to go out there and test and churn and just make sure that their setups are dialed in for tonight's 30-lap A main event. Totally crap. Isaac, thank you for those 2,235 stars. Much appreciated. Let's go trackside. Take a look. Right now, it's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. We can tell you the lineup will look like this. In pole position, going to be Hayden Carbell and Colton Hardy going to line up out of position number 2. Position 3 going to be Mike Keegan and James Edens out of position number 4. Position 5 will be Trey Schmidt. David Hardeman lines up out of position number 6. James Grace out of position 7. Adam Elby lines up out of position number 8. Position 9, Carl Sosnowski out of position 10. Rusty Kruger. Peyton Grease out of position 11. Brandon Steele lines up out of position 12. Austin Simmelman out of position 13. Brian Cross out of position 14. Anthony Lepresto position 15. Mason Hannigan position number 16. Position 17, Trevor Royer and Richie Preston out of position number 18. Tyler Deschamps out of 19. Kevin Hanley out of position 20. 21 goes to Scott King. 22nd, David Hallett and Nicholas Books will make up a 23-car field. Trying to pick a winner on this one is going to be tough, Jesse. There is, let me count them, 8 Pro World Championship drivers in this one.
Yep, that matches my count. 8 black licenses on the grid today. A lot of talent on the track, as always, here at World of Thunder iRacing League. Hopefully these guys can keep it clean and we can get a couple of really good green flag runs in. These cars are a little bit smaller than those late models, so there's relatively a little bit more room on track. But looking at this track state right now, this track is roasted compared to anything else that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, it is certainly black slick, nothing like we've seen all tonight. And again, these sprint cars, they've just got the ability just to tear up the racetracks a lot quicker than any other form of class here on the iRacing.com service. But again, 35 laps shown on the ticker. The first 5 laps, well, that's for these drivers to go around a couple of times, get the signal from race control to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. And did you know that the Johnny Gibson 4-wide salute, did you know that now I was told this, that it was taken, or it was worded around a KISS performance, what KISS used to say at the start of their concerts.
They used to say what now? I mean, that's a
Okay,
cool connection.
the 4-wide salute that Johnny Gibson says at every World of Outlaws event. You know, you wanted the best, you got them. 4 abreast, often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt. You know that one?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
follow you now.
Yeah, okay. Kiss used to say something similar. Now, I don't know the exact words, but apparently Kiss used to say it at the start of every concert that they had.
Sounds like I'm about to head to Wikipedia as soon as we finish up this race.
There's a big chance. There's a very big... You might even be doing it right now as we're going into a 4-wide salute as we wait for the drivers to get the signal from race control. Hayden Cardwell did not grid. Boy, oh boy. And that will put Colton Hardy alongside James Edens on the front row. How about that for a Swindell Speed Lab opportunity for these drivers to potentially go 1 and 2. They've got a number of other drivers in this one to potentially lock out the podium. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest sight in all of motorsports. The DirtFan.com and World of Thunder 4-wide. A simple show of respect to you, the race fans, for tuning in here tonight to on Ultimate Dirt TV. And the drivers are saying thank you so very much for your attendance here on this Sunday evening.
All right, I think I found some good information for us.
Come on, lay it on me. Lay it on me.
So let's see. The phrase is, "You wanted the best, you got the best," and it's evolved from that. It's wait, hold on. Where am I reading from? Let me make sure I've got it right. Yeah, you wanted the best, you got them. 4 abreast, often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
Yeah.
Now so that's the words.
Now look. Now go back and go on Wikipedia and find out what Kiss used to say before every concert started.
I'm reading through this little article I found here because he talks about their announcer had a background in music. So you wanted the best, you got the best, and it evolved from that. That's what Kiss used to say: is you wanted the best, you got the best.
Well, there you go. See, the things you learn. I actually only found that out last night or the night before when I was actually working with some guys over here with some Sprintcar stuff over here, and I had no idea. And he goes, have a look at it, and I just never got around to it because I was always doing a broadcast or whatever. But yeah, now that it comes up, how about that for a little bit of information here on a Sunday evening?
Oh, I love that. That's right up my alley, as you know. I mean, the name is Gibson, so there's another Gibson out there. I wonder if there's a relation between Gibson Guitars, Gibson, and that guy that pulled the quote from Kiss.
I got a feeling that Johnny might play a guitar actually.
Well, he says he was in the music business, and that's a small world.
Yeah, well, anyhow, he is the voice of the World of Outlaws. But anyhow, as we move forward to tonight's main event. Jonathan, glad we could get you learning something new at least once a day. We're glad that you can join us here on this Sunday evening as we are set for a 30-lap main event here at the Wiliiams Grove Speedway, the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, presented by World of Thunder. We're about to get after it. Let's get dirty for 30, and we are green here at the Grove. And Colton Hardy waited until the very death to send these 410 900 horsepower wing sprint cars off into the sunset, down into turn number 1 and 2. Trey Schmidt now going to move into second spot very, very quickly. James Edens falls back to third. Then you go back to Sanoski back there in fourth. Make that fifth as Heilemann and Mountain. Now make it 6 as Keegan gets around the outside. Keegan right through the middle. 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Now they go to 2 and 3 wide. And James Edens coming after Trey Schmidt now. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. James Edens second spot. Colton Hardy continues to lead. Look at him still 2 and 3 deep across the racetrack.
Yeah, it's very dense field as they go back to the top 3 running all by themselves. And that dense field just got together as got a first yellow flag here in the feature.
Yeah, Peyton Grease, believe, caught up involved in that one. In fact, he might have been the car that ended up getting spun around. So we'll see here. See exactly what happened Going down into turn number 1 and 2. Peyton Grease, the 55. Oh, Brian Cross just gets into the back of him. Brian Cross, that was a real tough go. Watching on board with the driver of the 55 machine, Peyton Grease. Cross is behind him. Look at him 3 wide down the front straightaway. Yeah, Cross just did not lift.
Yeah, I mean, any sort of brake application on this slicked out track is going to cause you to spin. So it's a really difficult situation. I mean, if he just lifted and rolled it through, that could have been the only thing that he could have done in that situation.
Well, I mean, it's easy for us to sit up here and I'm not going to say criticize because that's by far from the truth of what we're trying to do here. We're just going back and taking a look at a replay, but you know, it's easy for us to come up here and say, you know, he should have done this, he should have done that. I can tell you, it's a totally different story when you're sitting in the cockpit of that race car.
Absolutely. I mean, decisions have to be made on milliseconds basis, and you know, sitting up here in a bird's eye view, we see everything, we know everything that's going on, so it's easy to make decisions. But those drivers have a lot to think about, and they have a lot on their mind. They've got a lot of pressure on them. So, you know, we kind of lack that up here, the feeling of pressure, the feeling of that you need to make some kind of action. You know, they're not just sitting down there doing the everyday thing. They're trying to make something happen. So they're giving it their all, and you know, it's easy for us to sit back and say he should have, he could have, but yeah, no, these guys are running hard, and they're going to keep running hard for the rest of these 30 laps.
All right, lights are out on the iRacing.com page track. We are set to go back to green. What is going to be 6 in the books with still 24 to go. This is deja vu all over again. We get about anywhere from 5 to 8 laps in, and then the cautions come. It's exactly what we've seen in the Pro Late Model, exactly what we've seen in the Nationals Open Series. And, well, let's get back after it. Jesse, yours to call.
All right, James Eden and Colton Hardy leading us to the green flag here as they stack up trying to get on that tacky track down there at the bottom. We've got a couple of cars slinging it around, 3 wide, 4 wide in the back as they stack up and start flipping around. Still green flag racing as the pack comes down through the back stretch. And it looks like Colton Hardy in the P1, James Eden in P2, and Kyle Sosnowski in P3 as they come back to the start-finish line for the first time.
Yeah, I tell you what, Adam Elby's coming through. He's like a hot knife through butter right now. He's up to position number 5. And, well, how far can he get in that 74 machine? Trey Schmidt trying to dive up onto the inside of Adam Elby. We're not going to do so. Elby going to continue to keep it down on the bottom side. And Sosnowski, well, yeah, Sosnowski back there in third in the number 7 machine. Keegan now trying to round him up on the outside into turn number 1 and 2. He'll get there. No, he won't at the bridge on the back straightaway.
Yeah, that back straightaway, that line up on the high side is just gone. I mean, you can see all of the fast drivers down there on the low line. They're actually driving the diagonal of the tacky track up all the way, and they're exiting turns 2 and 4 far down on the low side because that's the only grip that's left on the track right now.
Yeah, well, these drivers are trying to find every bit of grip that they can find here on this big half a mile of a racetrack. Look at Hardeman upstairs in the Wicked Energy Gum Slick Sim Sports number 49 machine. He is upstairs railing the guardrail through turn number 1 and 2. He'll do it through 3 and 4 as well. You mark my word. And Hardeman now coming after Adam Elby. There he goes up the top into turns 3. He had to get on the brakes as there goes a slider from Schmidt on Austin Simmelman. Austin Simmelman around. James Grace involved in that one. Hardeman looks to move to the inside on Elby as the yellow flag comes out. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate situation. That slider was just a little bit short of clean, and out there on that tacky track, those brakes don't work when you have no track. All right, sorry, that slick track. I mean, so we'll roll around here under yellow for a couple more laps. I mean, that's been the MO here at Williams Grove Raceway. These tight straightaways. Now very bumpy for these winged sprint cars. What do you say, bro?
Say that again. I was totally not paying attention. I got to go out there. Yeah, I was going back and reading through some, getting an explanation from Mason Hanning onto why he pulled over.
Gotcha. So yeah, I was asking you how much the bumps in the track affect these cars around here.
Oh, they affect them heaps, especially the front end. You bounce the front end, you basically lose control of what steering on the car, because if your front wheels are up in the air, you can't turn the thing. And with the horsepower that these cars have, 900, I think it's about 915 or 910, 915 horsepower, somewhere around there. You got that much horsepower going through the rear wheels of the car. If your front end's up in the air and you're looking at the sky, or partially looking at the sky, you've got to get off the gas. You can't just stay in the throttle.
Well, another thing that I believe happens is when the track gets all slicked in like this in patches, then you get the left rear and the right rear tires on these cars on different surfaces, and that can cause spinning and other issues as well. Is that right?
Yeah, you basically you don't want to be having one part of your car in the slick. So if you're going to try and keep it down low, you want to try and get the drive off your left rear.
Yeah, I got you. So
On a track like this right now, I would be loving it, because I've raced on many tracks like this kind of track surface, especially here at the Grove. I just love rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. You've got to be so articulate, and you've got to be, you've really got to be off the gas to make sure you hit the bottom side. It's a very fine line, that's for sure. And you look at the fine line. Look at Hardy. He waited until they got on the straightaway when he knew he had wheels in the moisture, and that's when he took off. And of course, look at Heidelman right upstairs once again. Elby now moves into position number 4. Sorry, as Keegan. He now looking at third. He's going to hang on to third at the start-finish line. Heidelman now moves into P4. Excuse me.
yeah, Colton Hardy, James Eden, and David Heilman right now in those top 3 spots. Heilman and Keegan going at it for that third spot. Keegan's going to be able to take it away from him as they come through turns 3 and 4. Elby down on the bottom side of the racetrack also taking the fight up there to that podium spot. So a lot of shuffling around here in the top, honestly, 10 spots as these cars stack up in this slick track.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Adam Elby right now, because he's got 2 of his 3 other teammates who are sitting out in first and second. Colton Hardy, James Eden. So there's a chance for a Swindell Speed Lab shutout here. I think the other driver's Rusty Kruger, so he's sitting inside the top 10 anyway, and Rusty Kruger's not too far away. Have a look who's coming through the 1X machine, the Black Diamond Motorsports, Mason Hannigan. He's up inside the top 10. He's up to about 8th or 9th position at the moment. But again, it's Slick Sim Sports, David Heidelman, who holds on to third. And I'm going to say right now, James Eden's, well, he is starting to find a rhythm with 11 to go. He's gone right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Look at Heidelman wind the 49 up on the top side of the racetrack. Oh, James Edens, you've got company down into turn 3. Slide jump for the race lead as Hardy will look back to drive it back through the middle of the racetrack. I thought we might have gone 3 wide, but James Edens, he will lead with 10 to run.
Yeah, these top 3 guys really giving us a fight to watch. James Heilman in the second spot, James Eden comfortably in that first spot as they go through turns 3 and 4. Hardy taking the high line, looking for that momentum. He's going to get that pull on that front straightaway. He gets up into that P2 spot. Looks like he's going to be able to take a challenge to James Eden in that first spot. He's not going to be able to get it done in turns 1 and 2. He's going to fall back, and these first 3 cars are going to stack up really nicely here for turns 3 and 4.
The top 5 drivers are all world champion pro drivers in the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Oh, look out, there is some contact at the back. Adam Elby around. Oh, and that goes, there goes any chance at a potential 1, 2, 3 for Speed Lab. But they've also got Rusty Kruger, who sits in 7th. But I was just going to say, just before the yellow come out, whereas we had 5. We had 5 World Championship Pro drivers. Where did our other one go?
We've got one off the track here. Tyler Ducharme is seems like he's retired.
Oh, there was. It might have been Elby. It was Adam Elby who was one of the cars around. But yeah, the top 4 right now all hold their black license on the dirt side of things for the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Mason Hannigan is the first car not to. And you've got to wonder, had he not made an unforgivable mistake of pulling over a lap early, you've got to wonder what could he have done in this main event, because right now He's driven from position number 16. He's up to 5. So he's passed 11 cars on a track that is this slick. It just goes to show you right now that he's got his head screwed on straight, and that setup is certainly dialed in. Are the lights coming on here at the Grove? They are. Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Hannigan looking for some redemption there. You know, under normal circumstances, I'd say the first non-black license is a pretty good goal, but I want to see more from him after, you know, that faux pas that we saw earlier.
I want to get him the top 3. Because if he knows if he gets the top 3, he's going to cop it. But I think we might be able to forgive him. We're going to have 5 to run left in this one, Jesse.
I'm going to need him to get up in that first spot for redemption. I won't accept anything else.
Oh, I mean, I thought I was harsh, but all right, you're a little bit harsh. Anyhow, here we go. A handful of laps left to run in the main event. James Eden's now Heilemann getting a good start on the inside, as does Mason Hannigan, looking to launch himself and launch an attack down into turn number 1 and 2. 4 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, you little ripper. And Hannigan had 3rd. He'll get shuffled back to 4th, potentially back to 5th, depending on how Mike Keegan will get through turn number 3 and 4. All trying to cut through the middle of the racetrack. Hannigan up to P4 right now. But it is David Heilemann. Look at the 49. Here he goes. Slingshot engaged to the outside. Looks for the race lead on James Inns. It was a dead heat as they got to the bridge, Jesse.
Yeah, Heilemann showing us that there's still something up there on that high line. Hannigan trying to make that low line work for him, but he's not getting any pull off of that low line. He's going to have to figure something else out if he's going to move up and get that redemption that he's trying to get. David Heilemann edging forward into that first spot during the transition between 1 and 2, but he's not able to hold it on the back stretch as James Eden leads us into turn 3.
Man, oh man, the popsicle sticks are out in the air tonight here at the Wiliiams Grove Speedway. 2 laps left to run. Look at the run that James Edens is going to get on the inside of turn number 1 and 2. Heilemann just a little better. Heilemann will clear him by a car length down into turn number 3. Edens, here he goes. Big slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. He catches the cushion, catches the guardrail. Oh boy, 1 lap left to run. Half a car length between Heilemann and James Edens. Heilemann on the top side. Edens down low. Side by side, the final lap is coming. Who is going to get it into turn number 3 and 4? Slide job from again. Here comes Heilemann back to the inside. There's contact. Oh, James Edens is going to win. David Heilemann upside down.
Oh my.
Holy
Hannigan.
cow.
How did he do that?
Edens gets the win. Who got
Hannigan
second? Who got second and third?
Hannigan got second and Keegan got third.
Oh,
The difference was 1/10. 1/10 at the line.
Oh my, what a race. What a finish. How could you not like that one? But take a look at the 52 of James Edens. He goes to victory lane here tonight. What an absolute outstanding drive for the driver of the 52. We'll take a quick break. Wait for the drivers to come back into the Discord, and hopefully we get to chat to Mason Hannigan, which he is already in here. We wait on James Edens, and now we're going to wait for Mike Keegan as well. But I'll tell you what, let's go do things a little different around here tonight. Home in second spot tonight, Mason Hannigan. Mason, congratulations on this second place. And do we go back about 45 minutes ago, and do we want to talk about your heat race? Because I feel the need we need to.
No, I don't really think we need to.
But we're going to.
You don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, it was just a driver mistake. Not paying attention, so basically my fault right there.
I ain't even cracking up in too many bruises before the race.
Do you happen to have Mark Martin around the household anywhere spotting for you?
You know, I think he might have been in here.
Now, in question, was he in the race car?
Maybe.
Smart answer would say no, but anyhow, position. Let's see where you started in this one. You start at position number 16, and you get to a second spot. lucky to get second there in the end, but I guess right place at the right time, and well, you pick up a number of positions. I would say 14 positions in this one. That car was on a rail right now, or tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. In the race before this, I tried a bunch of stuff and it really worked, and I decided to run it again, and it worked even better on this.
All right, well, I'm going to get those. I'll get that information on the change, mate. We're not going to discuss these live on air, but coming from 16th, did you think that you were going to be able to have a run at these front guys? Because we got a yellow with about 5 to go, and you were restarting in 5th. Did you really believe that you had a shot in this one?
I think I did. Coming from the back, really, the first couple cautions, I really didn't think I did until that last caution. And I figured where I started and where I was at the time, I figured I'd be able to make up some ground on the guys. And really, at the end, I kind of lost ground on them. So it was just kind of better be lucky.
All right, well, tell you what, we'll let you get out of here. We'll let you celebrate this second place run here tonight before we let you go. Of course, sponsor shoutouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Oh, yeah, Black Diamond Motorsports, UDTV, Brett, Tim Sims, all the boys back at Black Diamond, Sharp Advantage, Sim Styles, and everyone that helps.
All right, there we go. He makes the biggest, probably most unforgettable mistake anyone could make, a lap short of a win in the heat race, but he has to do it the hard way. He comes from the B main. Pretty sure he picked up the win in the B main, and so start at position number 16 and drives all the way to position number 2. We don't have James Edens, or who finished third in that one? Who finished third?
I just lost my live timing. I just saved the replay.
All right, all good.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
I'm
going to bring up our winner here tonight in car number 52 for Swindell Speed Lab, James Edens. James, congratulations on this victory. Man, talk about leaving it to the last turn to get the win. What a race between yourself and Heilemann.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good race on a tricky track for sure. It seemed like he would beat me in one end and then we'd beat him back in the other end, or just whoever didn't make the mistakes. Definitely got the run. So it was a fun race. It was a challenging race, and it would have been interesting to see the drag race to the line, who would have ended up with it, but we'll take it.
Now, did you think that you had the car to beat? Because when we had that final restart, I noticed you went down to the bottom in 1 and 2. There was a time where you pretty much drove back by Heilemann on the bottom side. There was just a little bit of patch of a good moisture down on the bottom side in 1 and 2. Did you think that if you could hit that again over the next couple of laps, that you're going to put yourself in good shape for the win?
Yeah, I was hoping. I definitely I tried the middle there on the restart of 1, and it wasn't any good. So I was just hoping that the bottom was still going to be there. Like I said, it was tricky. It seemed like I'd get him 1 lap and he'd get me the next down there. So I just had to kind of plug away and hope that when he got out front, he didn't just get his momentum built up top and run away with it. So.
Watching on screen now, the penultimate lap, when you put the big slider into turn number 1 and 2, the right rear sort of caught the guardrail, and then you were just sort of hooked on the cushion from there. Was that going to be the plan into 3 and 4 again there on the final lap to try and take away the win from Heilemann?
Yeah, for sure. That was I pretty much committed to running that slider line in 3 and 4. It broke up his momentum off 4 and made him have to adjust. So, hopefully it was going to be enough to beat him out at the line. I know coming to the white, it was about half a car. So I was hoping to be half a car better this time.
Well, you get the win here at the Wiliiams Grove Speedway, the dirtfan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. We generally see you in the podium or in victory lane over on a Thursday or Sunday night in the 410. So you've certainly got these cars dialed up. You're getting set for the Pro Series tomorrow night. So we wish you the best of luck in that one. And we'll let you get out of it before we go. James, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, I just got Lake Speed Lab, K1 Race Gear, Bell Helmets, HMS Motorsport, Race Electronics, South Bay Partners, all the sponsors over there, and then Steve and you guys for putting up with us every Sunday night here to have a little fun.
All right, well there we go, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight in car number 52, James Edens. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in 3rd place tonight, and what a run this guy had at the start of the night, and He gets a well-deserved podium. Colton Hardy. Colton, congratulations on this third-place run. A little bit of luck there in that final stage, the final turn, but hey, sometimes it's better to have that luck on your side than not finish it all, right?
Yeah, I just want to apologize to Highland for that one. I wasn't really trying to door him there, and I just I lifted there hoping that he'd get things straightened back out, which didn't let, I think, Hannigan back by or somebody like that. So we ended up running third. We should have ran second, but I felt bad for taking him out, so I was just trying to give him the spot back. So I mean, we had a good car all night. Guys over at Speed Lab really got things dialed in, so hopefully come pro time we're good when we get to the Grove. So yeah, it was a good night. Hopefully we can run next weekend and go from there.
What was it like trying to put 30 consistent laps on a track that was very slick from start to finish? You know, we see these slick tracks here on Sunday nights at World of Thunder. You know, just constantly black slick. How do you approach, you know, each and every race, you know, when it comes to slick racetracks?
Yeah, I'm usually pretty bad at them, so I found stuff that's made me pretty comfortable on them, and it's just a lot of throttle control. And I've been talking to James a bunch, and he's helped us all out to get really good on them tracks. He's phenomenal on them, so hopefully it keeps carrying on and we keep some momentum rolling.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll let you get out of it. We'll let you play your other games that I know you're desperate to play. But Colton, congratulations, third place run here tonight. Sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Everyone over at the Swindell Speed Labs Esports, Bell Helmets, K1 Race Gear, HMS product, RE Electronics, and just everyone helping out.
All right, there we go. Colton Hardy home in third place here tonight. And Jesse, wow, what a way to wrap up a Wiliiams Grove. I guess that almost makes up those last 5 laps. The finish there makes up for the late model races. Sprint cars, this is why I love them. We've got to get you converted. There is, trust me. Like, hey, late models can have their a good race on here and there and stuff like that. But when you come to a track like the Grove, I think the sprint cars take the cake.
Well, you can catch me in a midget or a wingless sprint. So I'm no stranger to them. I don't quite understand the open wheels yet.
Well, that'll wrap us up. We'll get you sorted. Don't worry about that. We'll wrap us up. Jesse, once again, thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening. Thank you for helping Steve and in the first one or whatever else you did there. I wasn't too sure what you were doing, but thank you very much for your support here with World of Thunder and of course Ultimate Dirt TV.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again, Brett. It's been a pleasure.
All right, that'll wrap us up here on the Sunday night program for the DirtFan.com and World of Thunder Racing League. The 14 Wing Sprint Cars is complete. Congratulations goes to James Edens, Mason Hannigan, and Colton Hardy, your top 3 here tonight. Of course, the screen, or the timing and scoring is glitching out because the pole sitter did not grid. So, thank you very much, pole sitter. I know who you are, but anyhow, again, a big thanks to our sponsors. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, and ISBC Broadcasting. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night from Wiliiams Grove. Don't forget the next broadcast coming up in about 40 minutes' time. It'll be the Wings Only Racing League 360 Wings Sprint Cars live from the dirt track at Charlotte. Good night.